Benard Hackett is Jaleel Hackett's father, also his trainer. He has some interesting things to say about Gervonta Davis' career. So we'll listen to some of it, and then I'll respond to it. I don't own the rights to the material. It's for educational purposes only. And this is Benard Hackett on Mill City Boxing's platform.
Man, Tank don't got nothing to prove to nobody. He don't got nothing to prove to nobody. If he fights Shakur, if he don't fight Shakur, if he fight Devin, he don't fight Devin. None of that matters because Tank has already solidified himself in the bank, and he's already solidified himself in boxing. You know, I'm not mad at those guys. I'd be mad too if I don't get my chance to go to the bank. Tank is a walking bank book. Whoever fights him, you can't lose because you came away with more money than you'll probably see again on one night of your career. But as far as he gotta fight somebody, Tank don't gotta fight nobody. Tank can do what Canelo can do. Both of those guys have proven themselves so much they can fight who they want to fight. Do I think it's a lot of smaller weight guys that have a chance against Tank? No, I don't think it's a lot of them. And I think Tank is taking on a lot of big competition. When you get to a certain age, you tell people, beat my resume. You know, I think Tank has a great resume.
That was Hackett Sr. on Mill City Boxing. Shout out to Mill City Boxing. Now, the first thing he says, Tank can fight who he wants to fight. And he's right. Tank can fight who he wants to fight. To me, Tank was built as an attraction. And he told us over and over again, all he's interested in is making money. He's not interested in belts. He's not interested in the legacy. This is what Tank is. And in his last press conference, he doubled down on it. And I could never put a fighter like that on my pound for pound list. Never. Now, the second thing he was talking about is Gervonta Davis solidified himself in the bank and also in boxing. I agree with half of that. And Gervonta Davis would agree too. Well, of course, he would agree behind closed doors because even though he doesn't want to fight the fights to get in the Hall of Fame, he will plead his case or politic his case to get into the Hall of Fame. Now, Gervonta Davis did solidify himself for making money. He made a lot of money in boxing, but he did not solidify himself in boxing as far as competition goes. And I will say this over and over again, and I know I'm sounding a little bit like Skip Bayless because that's what he does. But the best opponent Gervonta has faced in his 11-year career is Jose Pedraza. That was a long time ago. See, what the fans are trying to do is they want Gervonta Davis in the Hall of Fame without facing the best opposition. They want to compare him to Roberto Duran and Pernell Whitaker. Tank is not that. So what I would say to Hackett Sr. is I partially disagree with him. Tank could fight anybody he wants. People go out to see him. Pay-per-views are not that great, but people go out to see him. And the fanatic fans do not care who Tank fights. They'll defend him. They'll go watch him fight. They don't care if he fights a flyweight. Now, the realistic fans, they do want Tank in the tough fights. But for Hackett Sr. to compare him, his resume, to what Canelo did, we can see why, or we could be more understanding why Canelo is doing what he's doing now. Canelo has fought multiple Hall of Famers. How many can we say Tank Davis fought? Tank Davis and his team basically has cherry-picked his whole career. And this is why some fans, angered boxing fans, call him the 30-year-old prospect. This guy hasn't even had a unification match in his career, which have expanded over a decade. So Hackett Sr. is right about one thing. Tank can fight who he wants to fight. Well, don't ever compare him to an all-time great like Canelo Alvarez. But anyway, leave your thoughts and comments below. Jay Beasy, I'm gone.